Don't forget it. One way, I'm living, yeah. This for all my niggas, brothers and sisters, yeah. Living unstoppable, cause you know the Lord is with you, yeah. Breaking down scripture, that's the only motherfucking mission, yeah. UPK, don't forget it. One West, I'm living, yeah. This for all my niggas, brothers and sisters, yeah. Living unstoppable, cause you know the Lord is with you, yeah. Breaking down scripture, that's the only motherfucking mission, yeah. Who I be? Kwame ball, never saw. Break these bitches off. Get one through your stomach, through your damn meal figure. One West, nothing but soldiers and real niggas. Let my aunts get ya. Kiss the motherfucking booth to play my scripture. If you ain't an Israelite, then I don't fuck with you. Passing flyers through the bar, baby, you can take the picture. When they see us at the mall and we breaking down shit. Do it for the 12 tribe blood of an Israelite. When them devils start to die, we gon' ride. Bury me a motherfucking fish when I die. PK one rest, you don't have to lie. Fuck the other side, we don't fuck with you, man. If you cop, get the order and we gon' take one. Okay, don't forget it. One West, I'm living, yeah. This for all my niggas, brothers and sisters, yeah. Living unstoppable, cause you know the Lord is with you, yeah. Breaking down scripture, that's the only motherfucking mission, yeah. UPK, don't forget it. One West, I'm living, yeah. This for all my niggas, brothers and sisters, yeah. Living unstoppable, cause you know the Lord is with you, yeah. Breaking down scripture, that's the only motherfucking mission, yeah. Hey, Shalom Israel. You know what time it is. Time for Take Ground Breakdown, man. Take Ground Radio. One West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Matrix sessions. Time to wake up from the Matrix. Get right with the Most High. There's only a little bit of time left. You know what I mean? Don't know what you're waiting for. Call that number. Go to ishbk.com. Get with the Israelite School UPK near you. Ain't nothing else to wait for. There's only a little bit of time left. This empire's falling. It's crumbling. It's going down. You know what time it's going to be. You know what I mean? But today, like I said, we always do relationship advice. We live at 5:30 every Wednesday with the relationship advice. Bring your questions. Like I said, we don't only go over relationships between a man and a woman or your significant other, but also, yeah, family, friends, co-workers, anybody, any relationships. When you're coming into the truth, all your relationships going to change. So you got to be able to change with it. You can't still act. You got to put away the old man. You can't still behave with the old man and you in the truth now. It ain't going to work. The Most High going to jam you up. So it's time to get right. Let me know, sound check. Let me know if the song is too loud, how the sound is going, if you can even hear the song. Hey, shalom, everybody. Our war. We need this in Israel, everybody. Lord Christ. Let's get to questions. All right, let's get some questions in. Ask your questions. And let me know if you can hear the sound. You should be able to hear the music going too. You just leave me alone. Okay, Most High Christ. All right. Let's get questions. All right, we'll warm up a little bit. When you let me get some quick promotion in real quick as well. Out here in Indianapolis, we have the ISBK Indianapolis Dog Show coming up. That is April 30th. We're gonna have the dog show out here. Pit bulls welcome. So bring your pit bulls, your bullies, your micros, all that and above. Be here on 35th and Keystone, April 30th. ISBK Indianapolis Dog Show. These are spring events. After that, we have the city hall meeting, Black and Latino town hall meeting, which will be also at the school here in Indianapolis, 35th and Keystone, for Blacks and Latinos. We're gonna go over all our city issues, our community issues that we deal with in our community. That's important to us, and the people who are in charge of the city, they will hear and see the video. You understand, and we'll get to hear the problems that we face in the community, and it's good for us to be amongst ourselves and discuss our issues we have with the with the community, and solutions also. All right, that's May 14th, right? Then after that, June 4th, we have the World War III lecture. All right, we have the World War III. It's called the Patience of the Saints Bible Lecture. All right, and we getting into the patience of the saints. What's about to happen? What's going to go down in these last days that we seeing? In these last days, what we seeing is World War III. How it is here, how it has started. It is and it cannot be turned back. Like what you gonna see, what you seeing now is World War III, the beginning of it. It will go down in history as the beginning of World War III. You living it. All right. Time is shorter than when you first believed. Time is closer. Time is almost here. It's almost done. It's almost too late. You understand? So you want to get right. You want to get down with the lecture June 4th here in Indianapolis, 35th Keystone. It will be aired online as well. With I believe it'll be aired online with a fee. You have to pay a fee to watch it online. It's $20 admission, right? $20 admission to get in the lecture, and I believe there'll be a $20 admission to watch the lecture online as well. Okay, so that'll be it. You definitely want to check out this lecture, man. It's gonna have all the information for World War III about what's going on. All right, let's show the flyer. It's the two flyers right here. Patience of the Saints Bible Lecture. All right. Then we got the like I said, the dog show. So the dog show flyer up there. And the City Hall, Black and Latino City Hall meeting, May 14th, 5 p.m., 9 p.m. Going over crime, the rents in Indianapolis, the increased bills, the potholes, immigration, Black businesses, and Latino businesses. We're going over all the heavy hitter issues for our people. That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. Our people coming together and solving our own issues, solving our own problems, not waiting on nobody else to do it, not waiting on some fake Black leader to jump up and do it. Now the Israelite School UPK, we got it handled. All right. All right, let's get with the questions. Got the promotion in. Let me see. Let me put a banner up real quick. Let me see. Okay. That's it right there. Let's see. So Yeah. Okay, let's get the first questions in. All right. Salakia, sir, I have a stepson. I've been around since he was 2. And now I'm about to have my first kid. Congratulations. Congratulations. Good work. Had to get that in. All right. Now you're about to have my own kid. First kid. How should I keep our relationship strong after I have my first kid? All right. So let's break it down. So you have a stepson. You've been around since he was 2. Okay. One thing you got to understand that the UPK teaches for brothers to know when it comes to uh, stepsons and things like that. Israelite culture in the Bible is very patrilineal. All right. When I say patrilineal, that means the patriarch of your family is very important. All right. That decides your tribe, that decides your inheritance, your land, everything. Okay. So that's very important. So one thing that Israelites teach that's different than like Christians or Muslims and this and that, we teach brothers to make sure they do not try to be a stepchild's father. All right. So make sure you're not trying to. I'm not saying this is what you're doing, but this is just for everybody. You don't want to try to be like, oh, I'm your father. I'm your father. I've been around these shoes too, or this and that, or anything. You don't want to try to put yourself in a position of his real father because you're not, and you can set yourself up for disappointment later down the road because you set yourself up to be the father, you're the father figure, and everything like that, which is good. But then he says, "Well, I want to go meet my real father," and you did all this for this kid, and he's in his rights to want to find his real father and see his real lineage. But it may hurt you because now you like, man, I'm feeling slighted some type of way. So you don't want to do that. Okay, your son is from your lineage. Okay, he is. I don't want to say he comes first, but he comes from your lineage. The other one does not. All right, the other one has his own separate lineage. So you don't try to mix the two. You got to make sure that your lineage, because I'm telling you right now, you've been stepfather since he was 2, but you can never be the real father. It's just not DNA. It can't work that way. So you want to make sure that your lineage is secure. Okay, you got to make sure your lineage is secure. If every man would do that, we'd be in a better position. Every man would if every man would make sure that their lineage is secure, we would be in a better position as a nation. So that's what you want to focus on. When you have your first child, that's your first child, man. That's from your lineage. You got to make sure it's all, what I mean? That other kid has a father. I don't know the exact situation, if he's dead and gone, if he's in jail, if he's down the block, trying to come see him every other week. I don't know. But regardless, you can never be his real father. But this one, you are the real father. So you need to make sure your lineage is secure. All right. You need to make sure that's a top priority, above the stepson, because the stepson has his own father. Now, you don't want to be in, what's the word? Like, like we don't care, unempathetic, or we don't care about the other child or the other child's feelings. If you can not leave him out in anything, it's better not to leave him out, because that's also your child's brother. So that's your child's brother. So you got the dynamic there where this is not your child, but he is the brother of your child. So you want to make them both strong, but the stepson, you never know. Anything can happen. Now, stepson is living with his real father now.
So you got to make sure you put your you keep your lineage secure. All right, don't try to. You can't make it one thing where all of these are my children, because they're not. You want to make sure that kid knows you know your father. You know what I mean? I'm here whenever you need me, but he knows and you understand. You both understand that you're not the real father. You don't want to try to say I'm your real father, even though I'm not. I'm taking care of you, so I'm like your real father. You just need to know I'm your real father and treat me like the real father. It can't never happen because you're not the real father. All right. So I know it's a little rough pill to swallow, but it just keep your mind right. Like, this is your seed, Doc. This one right here come from you. You got to make sure this one's straight. The other one don't get the firstborn rights or nothing or none of that, because he's not your child. He got his own father. All right. Let's see the next question. Salaki Adawan, when courting. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I answered that last question fully. And now I'm about to have my first son. How should I keep our relationship strong after I have my first kid? The relationship, how do you keep it strong? It shouldn't change because you have your own son. You have your son. The relationship shouldn't change because you have your own son. You understand? And I don't know how old the stepchild is in regards to how old an age difference will he be from your son. But those things play a factor also. But you don't want to make it seem like it's your son. All right, when that he has another father, he has his own father, his real father, his flesh and blood father. So, like I said, it's different from Christian culture. Christian culture, it's like, oh, we need to include everybody. Everybody is everybody's father, and blah blah blah. Whoever the mom want to sleep with that day is the father. That's not how it works in Israelite culture. All right, it's very, your father is very important. All right, slack out of wand. When courting, is the other party notified? When courting, is the other party notified? Is there okay, I'm trying to understand your question. It's kind of written kind of weird. Is there a waiting period? The party. Okay, when your first question is your first question connected to your second question? You said when courting, is the other party notified? And then your second question is there a waiting period? Let me know what you mean by that. Is there a waiting period for sex? Is there a waiting period for what? It could try to be a little more specific. He said, is there a waiting period for sex? Yes. There is a waiting period for sex. All right. And it's very important. Courting is supposed to be just that. Courting, which means getting to know this person. Get to see if this person fits. Getting to see if this person fits in your life. If you and her life can fit together. Courting makes sure it's not about sex, it's about everything else. So it's to be a good courtship, you have to have some type of waiting period. Preferably, the school recommends 90 days to 6 months. If you're doing it through the school, you have to do it 6 months. But in your personal life, you can do it however long you want. But still, 90 days to 6 months is a good time frame to get to know a person. You really get to know a person, what they're dealing with, what their finances is like, what their home life situation is like, what their family situation is like. These are all very important. You want to know how's her brother, how's her father, how's her uncle, how's her aunt. Is she the type to try to call the cops on you if you get into an argument? Do she believe in abortions? Has she had an abortion? Does she have any STDs? All these things can come out in that 90-day waiting period. So that's why you want that waiting period. So you can, because let's say you have sex with a person without finding out all the information. If she believes in abortions, if she has a STD or has had STDs, you jumping in a situation in the bed with somebody, and you don't know none of that stuff. You have you get her pregnant. You decided to have a baby. Next thing you know, she come up, and the baby gone. She didn't have an abortion. You was excited to have a baby. That's a problem. So to avoid them problems, you court. Get to know them. All right. So there's definitely a waiting period. Let's get the next one. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button. Other people might want to, ask some questions and get some information also from the Israelite school, UPK, from the stance of coming into the truth. Hit that like button, hit that share button. All right, next question from my war. What is the best way to avoid a toxic sibling that I love, but that keeps drama going within the family? All right. Here's one thing you got to understand. All right. When you come into the truth, you get a new family. That's number one. UPK is your family. The brothers and sisters follow the Most High is your family. And secondly, to really love somebody who is so-called toxic or argumentative or aggressive or belligerent or a type of person that gets into it, drama. To truly love somebody like that, you have to separate yourself from them. That's the only way to really love them. You have to love them from a distance, right? Because let's say because that's a bad thing they got going on. So let's replace it with something else that's bad. Let's say this person has a fetish with fetish with drugs. Let's just use that. Let's say he smokes weed constantly, but you love him, and he's better when he's off the weed than on the weed. But you still around him and support him and try to be there for him every time he needs you. How do you think he gonna need you? How do you think he gonna need your help? Right? How is he gonna need your help, and what is he gonna need your help with? It's obvious he gonna need your help with something that involves his drug abuse, something that involves his fighting or his drama or his arguments. He gonna need your help with that. And so the only way for you to really be around this person and still so-called be helping this person, you'll basically be helping him with his drug addiction. Let's say because he's on drugs, he needs $50 though to pay his light bill. You take him somewhere to get the money, and he takes the money and spends it on drugs. Now you just helped him get more drugs. When you can't be a part of that, the scripture says know to whom thou doest well. Let's get that scripture. Get that scripture. Okay. Okay. Let's get here we go. This should be fine. Okay, let's go with this one. I don't know. I don't feel like this is the exact one I wanted, but this is still saying a similar thing. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread, and give not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby. So it's the same with a person who helps a person on crack. You helping this person on crack, then they steal your TV. Okay. It says, for else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him. There you go. You're going to receive twice as much evil for all the good that you're doing for this ungodly person. Don't help the ungodly that way. Help them by separating from them and showing and being a light unto them, where they can see you from a distance doing the right thing. All right. Yeah, excuse me, it's allergies, man. Summertime, springtime's in the air. All right. So that's how you want to help that person from afar. Okay. But don't be, you can't like be next to them and be with them while they fighting with family members. You in the middle of the living room. Cut it out. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. Police come arrest all your asses. Now you in jail with your cousin that started the fight. You was trying to break it up. You're gonna receive twice as much evil for the good that you try to do for this person. All right? Stop doing it. Just love them from afar. Say, hey cousin, how you doing? He asks you how you doing. Say, I'm doing fine. I'm doing my Israelite thing. You know, I changed my life. I quit smoking weed. I quit doing this. Quit doing that, man. You should come to the Israelite school UPK with me one of these classes, man. Think about, oh nah, I'm straight, cuz. Well, I'll talk to you later. Can I borrow $100 real quick? Nah, man. You can come to the Israelite school UPK. We'll help you out with that though, with whatever you need. Nah, I'm straight. All right, bye. There you go, man. At least he knows when he's ready to change, when he's ready to do the right thing, he knows you're there to do. He knows his cousin or whatever is doing the right thing, so he knows to come to you when he's really ready to change and repent. All right, let's get the next one. If I ask about a sister, is she then notified? How long do I wait to get an answer about the courtship? Okay. Now, if you allergies, y'all. If you trying to court a sister in the UPK and you went to her camp leader and you let him know, I want to court this sister. And he said, well, I'm gonna get back to you, blah blah blah. Thanks for letting me know, blah blah blah. 9 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10 is gonna be rough communication. You may have to reach back out to the camp to that cat a few more times. You understand? Because it might be a lot of brothers call and say, I'm thinking about courting this sister. He say, oh, okay, cool. All right, Shalom Lord Christ. And he just goes about his day. Right? You got to press a little bit when it comes to this. When it comes to courting, it's the same with in dating. Just because you just make a phone call and you just, all right, cool. She be your wife. Go ahead. you know, you pick her up to a, y'all, meet up at the hotel tomorrow night. You good? It's like that. Nah, sometimes you gotta press because there may be other brothers trying to court her, or the camp leader may be extra busy. So you gotta press a little bit. You gotta press to get that, to find out. But when you ask, the camp leader considers you because the camp leader is her father now. So the camp leader is gonna consider you. All right, so that's why he may be putting you in the back burner, like, all right, he's trying to court her, but I don't know. I don't even know if she's ready yet. And he said he goes about his day. So you might have to press him, hit him up again. I'm still trying to court that sister, blah, blah, blah. What's going on? She did her 90 days. You might have to recite the camp leader protocol to him. The protocol says this. She did her 90 days. You want to court, go to the camp leader. Get permission to court. I wanted to get permission to court. What's going on? Hey, if he offends you, takes extra even longer. Shoot, take him to councils, or not take him to council. You gotta say you offended me. I wanted to get the information in court. This sister, I ain't getting no information back. It's offending me. He got to, you forcing him to deal with it. It's something. So you got to press on that. It's the same like dating. You got to press. You know what I mean? But the one who pressed the hardest may get it. Or the camp leader may not want you to marry her. He may feel like she's a bad fit for you because he know this bitch got demons. So he know where she come from. He know what kind of brother you are. You a good brother. He don't want to see you go out like that. You know what I mean? You seeing her here and there and this and there, but you don't know her background because you ain't courting yet. You shouldn't know her background. But the camp leader know her background. So he may be trying to spare you like, yeah, all right, brother, you trying to court this one? Okay. And, he like, man, nah, that's a good brother. I don't want him to have this monster over here or this woman that ain't together yet. I ain't trying to do that to him. So then he may avoid you because he don't want you to be with her because he knows she a problem. And so there's lots of scenarios on that. But there's no definite answer on getting back the answer on the courtship. All right. So it's not like he has 24 hours to tell you can court her or not. He don't have no time limit. He can do whatever he wants. He's her father spiritually. Yeah, I mean, as far as when it comes to who she gonna marry, if you come into school single, he's like, look, I hear so many brothers want to marry her. I know what problem she is, and I know what brothers is out here. I want her to be with this type of brother. I want her to be with a brother who, don't have no other wives. Or I want her to be with a brother who got other wives. He know how to handle women, so he gonna handle this woman. He good. So you got he's dealing with that too, and deciding about everything. So there's no time limit on when he gonna notify the sister and you and this and that. No time limit. All right, let's go to the next one. But that's a good question on the courtship stuff. If you have any more on that, you could definitely ask. All right. Next question is, Shalom Adawan, Lord Christ. If you have a wife who knows the truth, but insists you don't tell them what to do, and she refuses counsel what to do, what do I do? I believe I know leaving her isn't an option. So what else should I do, Adawan? Now, she knows the truth, but she insists you don't tell her what to do. And she refuses counsel. So what you're dealing with is a rebellious woman. So you're dealing with a rebellious woman, a rebellious sister, right? Now, the way you deal with a rebellious sister or a sister who ain't acting right, this is what you do. It's the same for any wickedness, right? If every time You touch that doorknob, something bad happens that you don't like. Right? Something that's unpleasant happens. Every time you touch the doorknob, something unpleasant happens. A little zap or a screech noise. It's every time. What you're going to do is you're not going to go out that door as much. You're going to go out the other door so you don't have to get around that unpleasant doorknob no more. It's the same with curtailing the behavior of a sister. If a sister's out of line, she out of pocket. You can't be like, I be some cats, women do some crazy off the wall, out of pocket shit. Excuse my language. And the brothers sit there and be like, well, I calmly told her that it was not acceptable. And I did not like that. And I didn't appreciate that. And blah, blah, blah. And as he's telling me that, I'm hearing how he ain't go off on her. He talking real sweet and kind still while she out of pocket. You can't talk all kind and make it everything sweet and lovely when somebody out of pocket. You got to check her. Which means you got to talk roughly to that woman. You understand? You can't talk all lovey-dovey crap with her. She don't deserve to get talked to like that. You understand? So you talk to her how she behaving. She behaving like a bitch, you talk to her like a bitch. If she out of pocket, you talk to her out of pocket. Because she out of line. Now you gotta know your woman to know, what's going on here in these situations. And how far to go with it. And what maybe some underlying causes. But at the end of the day, that's how you stop bad behavior. If every time how you think these women be running these brothers? Every time the brother get a phone call, or every time he something that he do the woman don't like, what she do? She start yapping, running out off the mouth, cussing him out, saying, "What the hell you doing? I hate when you do that. Stop doing that crap. You motherfucker, stop doing that shit. I told your ass. You keep playing with me. I told you stop doing that. You keep doing that. I'll be mad as hell. You making me so damn mad. I can't stand when you do that." Blah, blah, blah. You start running that mouth. That's what you got to use. You got to use your mouth as a weapon. You sure as hell can't use these. Sure as hell can't use nothing else as no weapon. You got to use your mouth as a weapon. All right? That's what you got to do. You got to use your mouth as a weapon to get her to act right. Act right. Now, sometimes she may be acting that way for a certain reason because it's something that need to be handled. But if she out of order, out of pocket, your mouth got to get out of pocket. Same way she nag you to death about some shit that's annoying her. Shit, you go ahead and nag the hell out of her for some shit that's annoying you. Shit. You understand? Don't you sitting there that's the only way. You got to use your mouth. All right? Every time she refuses counsel, tell her, "I told your motherfucking ass that shit was going to happen. That's what you fucking get. I told you. And look what the Lord did that to you. I gave you the right counsel to do, and you didn't do it. That's your fault. All this bad stuff is happening is your fault. That's what you get. You need to listen. You don't listen. Fuck me. Fuck you. Shit. That's why your ass in the position you is now, because you don't fucking listen." Blah, blah, blah. Now, if she a woman, get physical, you're gonna have to check her over the phone. You leave and call over the phone and cuss her out over the phone. So you ain't got to deal with no police or no arguments and nothing like that. Like in the house or something, neighbors or some shit. So, she knows the truth. If she say, "Don't tell me what to do," when the shit goes south, you got to be there to say, "I told you so. I told you that was going to happen. You should have listened. Now look at your ass. All fucked up. Nah, don't come to me. I ain't fucking helping your ass. That's what you get." Shit. So you gotta, but that's reckless talking to her if she act reckless. Like, you don't have to talk to her like that if she being cool. But if she all out of pocket, then you gotta your mouth gotta get out of pocket. You gotta go to war with that demon. Shit. That's the only way you gonna get respect. Now what's she gonna do? She either gonna hear it and take it and get edified and checked, or she gonna run or flee and say, I don't want to hear this no more. And now you free of her. She ain't doing what you say no damn way. So what difference does it make if she with you or not? You know what I mean? She ain't putting no money in your pocket. You know what I mean? So if she leave you, you free of her. Get you a better woman. But if she gonna stay with you, then she gonna continually get edified, and her ears are gonna continually get scorned. She's gonna be in the seat of the scornful. Her ears are gonna continually be heat and hot because all the hot air that you yelling and arguing at her and talking to her roughly because she out of pocket. And then you gotta also let her know how to get in pocket. Like tell her, like I told you, you need to start doing this. You need to start doing that. Don't talk when I'm talking. Don't yell at me. Don't raise your voice at me. Why are you raising your voice? Shut that shit. Calm that motherfucking loud mouth down. You gotta tell her. You gotta train her with them words too, not just attacking her, but you gotta mold her and train her with what you telling her, so she can say, well, every time we argue, he do say I yell too much, and he be cussing me out. Maybe our next argument I ain't gonna yell. I'm gonna just try to talk regular. Or, you know what I mean? So, and sometimes you need to get specific counsel over the phone. You can call the ISUBK, call your camp leader. He'll give you more specific shit to say directly to the situation. That's where you'd be with ISUBK.com. Go to ISUBK.com, get the number for your city, call that camp leader, call that number, and he gonna guide you. It's a good one. I love this one. Okay. All right. This is a good one. I have a question. I really, really like this person in the ISUPK, but I am not in the ISUPK. So how do I really get my man? All right. Now, first of all, it's not your man. That's the Lord's man. All right. The Lord, he belongs to the Lord. Now, you like a brother who's in the, I mean, you may know the answer. Call your camp leader, go to ISUBK.com, get the number to the nearest major city near you, call that number, and tell them your problem and get in down with the class. So I'm trying to get into the ISUPK. I just need some help getting there. Do what I just said. You follow that order. You follow that, and all your dreams will come true. You go to ISUBK.com, go to contacts, call the school of the city nearest you, and whoever pick up the phone, tell them I'm interested in this brother in the ISUBK, and I want to get in the ISUBK so I can get with this brother. What do I do? And then he'll give you another set of instructions, and you go from there. All right. So it said, I'm also looking for a change in my life. Yeah. Get you. That's what the scripture says. 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will make our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name. Like sisters are starting to see that the brothers in the ISUBK are solid, more solid than any, and that you can't just get with any man out here in the world and expect good things to happen. You can't just get with any man out here outside the ISUBK and expect, you see, a lot of these brothers down low, they gay, they drug addicts, they're doing this and that. When they want a real thoroughbred brother, they got to come to the ISUBK. Sisters are starting to wake up more and more. A lot of sisters already wake up to that fact. Now it's more and more being more pronounced. There'd be a lot of sisters who believe different beliefs, but they want to get with a brother from the UPK, right? Because they want that check-in. They want that And that flame I'm telling you this that you need to spit, they want that. They want to get checked. They want to get put in their place. They know they out of pocket. They want somebody to check their ass and get them straight and to guide them and lead them, and they have honor by being with this man. They want that. The brothers in the world ain't trying to give that. The brothers in the world ain't trying to check you and correct you. They ain't trying to give you honor and glory by being married to a UPK man, because they ain't getting into UPK their damn self. So that's what you deal with on that. We got about a little bit of time left. Let's get the next one. Shalom, sir. If I could, I'm currently living with my parents at the moment, and they sometimes try to discourage me from going to classes. How should I deal with them while pursuing the truth? You gotta stay hardcore with it. You gotta stay fighting. You know what I mean? Not fighting like you gotta fight with your parents, but you gotta continue to go to class, no matter what they say. Right? It's the same with what about all them cats that's selling dope? Their parents mad at them for selling dope. They still do that shit. Their parents mad as hell about them doing it, snitching on them and everything. They still doing it. These women out here hoeing. Their parents don't want them hoeing, but they still doing it. So don't let somebody who sells poison to their own people and a whore have more strength to do their sin than you have to do righteousness. Like, this is just a test. That's all this is. That's the only reason they trying to fight you from coming into UPK, because it's a test from the Most High. It's a test from God. That's what it is. When it's something trying to stop you from serving the Lord, it's a test from the Lord. Okay, so you got to pass it. It means you got to continue to go to class, continue to, and this is another thing. You live with your parents. I don't know exactly how old you are. Sometimes it's time to step out on your own. Which if you in the UPK classes, you need to get with another brother, a trooper or something in the UPK that's living with his parents. It's what y'all do. It's what I did when I came in. I was living with my big brother. But I knew living there, you know, they getting high every night, smoking tons of weed. You know, it's not, you know, I'm living in a little room. You know, I'm trying to do some things with my life. I caught with another brother who was a similar situation. He living on the couch with his parents. Officer Yawasop out in Minnesota. He's 15 hours away. I message him on Facebook. You know, what's up, bro? I'm UPK. You UPK. What's up, Shalom? You know what I mean? I learned about his living situation. I said, man, why don't you come move down here? We got a spot. We can roommate together. I talked to my cousin, and I said, man, if he moving out of his spot, we'll move in and take over the lease and everything. So I was like, all right, that spot's lined up. Hit him up, say, man, come down. We pay the rent, do just like that. But when he got down here, my cousin's house was full of roaches, infested. He wasn't there for a while, and it left food and trash every damn where. Roaches everywhere. Open the cabinet, they like a hive. So we tried to clean it and bomb the place. Didn't do nothing. Roaches was in there, a million of them. So we was stuck. We had to drive around town. We finally called a number that was on a sign for lease, and we was able to find a place at the last minute. But you got to get out there. You got to put yourself out there. You understand? Like, you got to take a step. Like, you living with your parents, you know what I mean? But you get a girlfriend that got her own house and move in with her. Or, you know, get with another brother in the UPK that live by himself and say, look, how about I be your roommate? I'll pay you $200, $300, $400 a month, $600 a month or something. I'll be your roommate. But you know, that's what it takes. You got to fight to get out your parents' house and off that couch. That's a war in itself. You got to fight that demon. You got to fight that spirit of, you know, sitting on somebody else's couch all the time. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good thing to do. That uneasy feeling, how when you at somebody else's house and you sitting on their couch and they come home and you want to damn near like move. That's a good feeling. That's you need to take that and move and get the hell out and get your own spot. That's what you need to do. All right. So I don't know how old you are, if it's even possible for you to move out. Let me see if you said anything else. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how old you are, if you're 15 or whatever, but if you're 15, then you got to long suffer. But if you old enough, you need to get with your brothers and find your own place. You understand? Some UPK brothers out there, roommate up with you. Get you or like I said, get you a girlfriend that got a place. Move in there. Get some UPK counsel. We'll teach you how to, you know what I'm saying, how to make her spot your spot. How to make her car your car. Shit. That's how it's done. Uh, he says, next person is Yvette. She had another question. Says, may I ask a question so they check your background, sir? I don't get what you mean. That's was background. I don't get it. I don't get what you're saying, Yvette. If you can clarify about the background. May I ask a question so they check your background, sir? May I ask a question so they check your background? May I ask a question so they, who's they? Yeah, just re-clarify that question, Yvette, if you could. Oh, the Menominee Reservation in the building. Hey, shalom, sis. My kapath, Yashakar. We was out there, man. We said we put some of them clothes in that thing for the reservation giveaway. The Indianapolis school did, man. We loved it, man. We definitely try to get back out there, man. Shout out to the Menominee Reservation. Yeah, man, y'all real ones out there. For sure. Shalom Madawan. What do you do if a sister ain't in the truth? And if, when you do check her, you probably won't see her for months at a time. Now, this is another situation where a sister's not in the truth. She ain't trying to be in the truth. She ain't worried about the truth. But she's still cool with being with you. Then you just still dwell with her in peace. You still be her husband in peace because who knows, you may save her from you being in the truth. So if she still do what you want her to do, that's why you gotta know your rib. You gotta know how far to go off on her or not. You know what I mean? But let's say she's still cool with being with you. She does what you need her. She's there for you when you need her, for what you need her for, when you need that extra money, when you need a ride, when you need somewhere to stay because you want to sleep somewhere. When this is going on, she's there for you. But she don't want to be down with the truth. That's fine. Just let her be happy being with you. Just let her be happy being with you. You don't gotta make her come to the Passover. You ain't gotta do none of that. She said she ain't trying to be down with the truth, but she trying to be down with you. You just need to make sure she's what's the word? She's not progressive, but not positive, but useful. Make sure she's being useful to you for the truth. Because you're in the truth. So the things you need helps the truth. She helps you with the stuff you need that helps the truth. By proxy, she's helping the truth. She don't even know it. She don't even know she helping the truth. Because she helping you. She feeding you, right? And you out here putting in work for the Lord. She helped the truth that way. She just fed a prophet. She's fed a priest. Scripture say you can't give cold water to a priest. You're going to have a priest reward. So as long as she helping you, if you cool, if everything's cool with as far as she's doing what you like. Now, if you tell her, look, I need you to do this, I need you to do that for me, and she don't do shit for you, all she want to do is just have sex with you when she feel like it and treat you like shit, that's a whole nother situation. But if she's useful to you, she's helpful to you, and do what you need her to do, keep it going. Keep it going. Because she's helping you, she helps the truth. Yeah, it says Salaki sir, basically rub it in. I think he's talking about from what I was saying before, that Yeah, man. You tell a person, you know what I mean, what something that they're supposed to have done, you gotta let them know. Like I told you. I told you to do that. You ain't listen. The Lord wasn't with you. If you don't let them know, ain't nobody gonna let them know. Shalom. What if she leaves for months at a time? Can you divorce her? Now, if a sister leaves for months at a time, you got to get specific counsel from a priest. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, everybody. But you got to get counsel. You need to get some counsel from a priest, and you need to lay out all the scenario on how she left, why she left, where she go, how long was she there, who was she with, all that stuff the priest gonna ask to get the information to know. So I can't tell you because some women leave for 3 months, but they ain't never slept with no other man. You just took a break. She's still your wife. Some women left for 3 months and they done had, they done been with more men than at a job site, at a construction site. So, but one of the way you can test her is have her do something for you. Have her appear in the council. Say, look, I want you to come to council with my camp leader and talk about our relationship. If she don't show up, she might have cheated on you. Or if you ask her something simple like, go, I need you to go pick up, go take my laundry to the spot and bring it back. Or anything you ask her to do, she don't do nothing. You tell her to do, and she been gone for months. Don't even chase her no more. It's already your wrap. Her spirit not with you. All right. He said, Fred Champion said, this is the advice I need. I wasn't checking, got too busy in my career. Oh, you wasn't checking your woman. Yeah. Yeah, like you got to check her, man. She out of order and doing shit you don't like. You got to let her know you don't like that shit. You got to let her know I don't like that shit. You know what I mean? And then however crazy you got to get with it, you got to let that mouth loose a little bit. A lot of bit, actually, if she's a lot of out of pocket. But you don't want to let it go without addressing the problem that you have. You gotta let her know what you don't like and what problem she giving you, so she can at least have an opportunity to fix that shit. Either she gonna do it or not. She gonna do it after some more grinding on her, not physically but verbally. You can ground her down verbally. She gonna get the picture. Same way you brothers get the picture when she tell you how annoying you leave the toilet seat up. You leave the toilet seat up, she arguing you for 2 hours straight. You stop doing that shit, don't you? Right? Or you look at another woman while you with her, she gonna let you know she ain't like that shit on every way. And then you stop doing it. That's how you gotta do her. Right? You gotta be strategic with your arguing too. Make sure you have you a glass of water. You know what I mean? Have your vocal cords nice and hydrated, ready to go. You know what I mean? Have a good night's rest. And catch her when she tired, she just off of work, or she exhausted, or she got to be up in the morning. You start checking her in the 11:30 before supposed to go to bed. You checking her, argue, and telling her you don't like when she do some wicked shit that you didn't like. She gonna be like, damn. She gonna try to argue back, but she ain't gonna wanna. You got your water. You know what I mean? You went and got counsel from your camp leader on what to say. You rested. That's how you do it. You gotta be wise. Teach wisdoms. Wisdom to the subtlety to the simple. All right. My brother said, I'm 21, sir. Yeah, 21. That's about how old I was. Probably 22. I was probably 22 when I made that call. As I was coming in truth. I was probably 22 going into 23. And I made that call to a brother, another troop. I was an officer 50. He was a trooper. And Me and him clicked up, man. Officer Yawasat, man. Them was some of the greatest years of my life, man. He came down here. We roommated. Another sister from the school had to move in with us, the young sister, because she was like half homeless, and she was with the school, so she moved in. And I had got a rib from the school around that time, so it was all four of us living in the house. We had great times, you know what I mean, and some arguments and bad times, but we got counsel from school to fix it all. But man, we had tons of great times and great memories, man. So don't get with your brothers, man. That's how you solve this problem. You 21, your parents probably tired of you living there. They ready to walk around the house naked. They trying to walk around the house naked. You in the middle of the living room watching the UPK video. Yeah, they gonna be like, hey, get that. Oh, this is the problem. You know, you in there looking at General Hyman, and they trying to walk around naked. They trying to have the house to themselves. So you 21. That's normal in throughout life. Brother get to his 20s, a sister get to her 20s. They still live with their parents. Usually, the parent is like, all right, now, you gonna move out? You sitting there watching this stuff on TV, but you ain't getting no job. You ain't getting no money. You ain't getting your own place. But you sitting there watching these cats on the corner. You try to be on the corner like them and be homeless and be living with us while you on the corner. They looking at it like that. They might not even be caring heavy about the truth. They just look at it's kind of state to you is because in the truth, the real matter is you're in intense study. You're studying. You're studying. You're sitting there watching classes. You're studying like a college student. But college students usually don't live with their parents. So that's why it causes more extra friction. Because you're in there studying, getting the breakdowns, listening, learning, absorbing all type of knowledge that you need. But you're not in your own place like a college student. You with them. So to them, you're being unproductive. Just leading it from their perspective. In their mind, you're wasting your time watching these videos. You need to go get a trade and make some money. Get your own place. Move, grow up. But the real reality of the matter is you're in intense study, so you can do those things. So you just had a juncture. You know what I mean? You're at a crossroads where it gets a little hairy there. Until you get to the other side. The other side is having your own damn place. You can watch as much UPK videos as you want. You can put UPK posters all over the wall. You can have brothers over, drink drinks, and get you females. Have good time, right? So that's what's next. You know what I mean? You just got to get to that next point. You know what I mean? And the only one can do it is you. You know what I mean? You gotta put your studies. You gotta prioritize. You gotta have your studies, and you gotta be inventive. You can go work slavery's hella hours and get enough money to get your own spot, or you can be creative. Like I said, roommate, get a female. There's other options, but without interfering with your studies. All right, Gary Thompson. All right, hold on. Let's see. Okay. Salam, sir, Lord in Christ. My second rib said she don't ever want to see me again. I took that as a divorce. I asked her, was she sure? She said, F me. So I took as we done. Am I correct? It depends. You gotta know your rib. Some ribs talk shit when they mad, and they say stuff like that all the time. You gotta know what she like. If she the type that she really mean that shit, and when you come around, she gonna call the police, or she the type that she just talking shit, and if she could go get something to eat or have some time to herself, then she gonna be like, what do you want to eat? It's the type of rib you got. You gotta know what type of rib you dealing with. You gotta know what type of woman you dealing with. So you want to get some more specific counsel on something like this from your camp leader, right? Because I don't know if you want to describe her over the internet, but once you able to describe what type of woman she is, the camp leader will be able to know, okay, she really mean that shit. It's over. That relationship's over. You can't chase no woman. You can't force no woman to be with you. The relationship's over. All right, move on. You already got another one. Move on. Or he may say, Nah, that bitch just playing. Slacking when you call you rib a bitch, or that woman's just playing. You know what I mean? She sounded like she just mad. So she said that out of anger, but if you were to not come back for a long time, she would be distraught. So you got to know what type of woman you're dealing with. If you need help figuring it out, call your camp leader, or you can give some more information here, and I can give you some direction. Oh yeah, shout out my nominee reservation once again. For y'all who don't know, she said looking forward to more brothers and sisters coming through. The ISUBK Midwest and the ISUBK under Commander Johanna, under the leadership of Captain Mount Quad, Officer Debar Moth, went and came up with the idea to bring some winter clothes to the Menominee Reservation, because when he was out there, he seen that they needed more clothes. So in the Midwest, we gathered hundreds and hundreds of items of clothing, and we brought it up there to the Menominee Reservation and handed it out to the brothers and sisters up there. And it was a great event. You know what I mean? It's great for our brotherhood between the tribes. We got to increase that brotherhood between the tribes. All right. So that's what she's referring to. Says this ain't for me, but what if she gets pregnant and gets an abortion and get on birth control and refuse to get off? If I don't know what you're saying. If your woman got pregnant, by who? By another man? That's not your woman no more. As soon as your woman that you've been sleeping with sleeps with another man, that's his woman now. It's not yours no more. You can't sleep with her. If you sleep with her again, that's adultery. All right, so you can't. That's not your woman anymore. If she gets slept with another man. LaPaya, strategic arguing. That's heavy, Cap. Yeah, I learned from the best. General Hyman and Commander Johanna. So I learned from them on how to deal with all this. So and they learned from the men over them in the UPK. All right. So like you said, you want to pick a good time to argue. You want to be well rested, well hydrated, and make it where she unrested and hydrated. She tired and exhausted from getting off of work or have to go to bed to go to work. Now let's talk about the issues I got. I'm ready to talk. All right, we're gonna start wrapping it up soon, so we can take a couple more questions and then we'll wrap it up. There's tons of questions here, so we'll take a few more, or take I think 1 or 2 more. But definitely, if you got some last minute ones, send them in now. I have a question. Is it mandatory to check your rib? It's mandatory to check your rib if you want to run the relationship. Now, if you just want to be the one getting run in the relationship, you ain't got to check nothing. She'll check you. She'll check you all day. You'd be a gluttony for checking. You'll be getting checked every 5 minutes. Can't do this, my girl gonna get mad. I can't do this, my girl gonna get mad. I can't look that way, my girl gonna get mad. I can't wear that, my girl gonna get mad. You're just gonna be you're just gonna be getting checked all your life. That's on you. But if you want to be a priest and prophet in this UPK, if you want to be in the truth, the scripture says, how can a man be over the house of the Lord when he can't run his household well? Let me pull that scripture real quick. Okay. It's lacking. Let me find it. I believe it's in Timothy. All right. 1 Timothy 3 and 5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God? Plain and simple. If you can't rule your own house, how you going to take care of the church of God? You can't take care of your own house. So it's mandatory to check your rib if you want to be in the truth. If you want to rule in the household of God. Now, you could be in the truth and not rule in the house of God. You can just be a trooper and never get no rank and never get no power. But that's kind of not the spirit. But his brothers that do this, brothers are just helpers. But it's mandatory to check your rib if you unless you want to be getting checked all the time. Right? Or unless you won't be able to, you won't get what you want. You won't get what you like. How's she gonna know what you want if you're not voicing it? So you just have to continually suffer. Because every woman comes with friction, right? Yes. Every woman that you marry, so our brothers, learn the truth. You be like, I want to get 10, 20 wives. That's 10, 20 headaches and situations you have to deal with every day, all day. It's not like, oh, you just had them wives. They're just going to be happy every time you see them. And they just going to be off in the corner, ready whenever you want to come by. Nah, they're going to have needs and thoughts. They're human beings. They got needs and thoughts. They get mad. They get frustrated. Sometimes I'm mad and I don't even know why. Obviously, oppression making the wise man mad, but sometimes I can't really put my finger on what pissed me off. And I'm in this pissed off mood. The woman, she that times 10. She hungry, don't know what to eat. She mad, don't know why. She crying and don't know why. So you gotta be in that presence of that person and dealing with that person if you sleep with them, right? So, and like this said, in the full out blizzard, we gave clothes out during the blizzard. But that's it, man. This Take Ground Radio, Take Ground Breakdown, 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander and Hana. Matrix session. Get right with the Most High. Wake up from the Matrix. There's only a little bit of time left. World War III is around the corner. Wake up. Lay up your folly ground. Be children of the day and not as children of the night. Wake up out of sleep. What else can I tell you, man? Go to www.isupk.com. Pay your tithes. And with that said, let's play our song. With that said,
that is bleak. He won't stop, yeah. He won't stop, yeah. Blessed by the Most High. With my motherfucking knocks, how you gonna stop it? You with what on me? Won't stop, yeah. He won't stop, yeah. Blessed by the Most High. With my motherfucking knocks, how you gonna stop it? You with what on me? Solana on my eyes, we won't stop. Setting them zones, taking back the block. They don't wanna know what we be back. Home of the truth in the bed, gon' watch. Giving the word, making this move. We can't stop, we can't lose. At the school, start to new. One way school, lace your boots, call it the truth. I can go really straight out the damn zoo. Fuck with the I cannot pop it to do. Everybody tryna be a Hebrew, yeah. Who the fucking with the 1 West? I don't know nobody in the flesh. Up on the news and we talk to the press. I'll put the sword to your neck. Who next to flex? I suggest you stay out to play. Won't feel like every day. Hey, 1 West, 2 PK. Hey, ain't no other way. Hey, he won't stop. Yeah, he won't stop. Yeah, blessed by the Most High. With my motherfucking knocks, how you gonna stop it? You with what on me? Won't stop. Yeah, he won't stop, yeah. Blessed by the Most High. With my motherfucking eyes, how you gonna stop it? You with what on me?